Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on when you will see this video. It's your brother, Coldest corner. It's your corner, my corner, and our corner. Okay, so I want to continue from my story about the most dreaded journey I ever encountered in my life. So on this very faithful day, that was in March of 2015. Yes, I can remember March of 2015. So we were told by our guide man, somebody that will be in charge of us. We were told by him that we have to try and make it up to the bus park on time before 10, because we're going to take the bus of bus 10:30 or maybe by 11, depending that time. But because the bus normally leaves when it gets filled up, you understand? So he was telling us that we have to try and make sure we leave Benin, because we left from Benin City. Yes, we have to leave Benin by 10:30 at most. So that fateful day, me and my friend and some other persons, we went to the park. Okay, so we went to a place called, if you are close to Benin, you know the place they call Aduwawa. Okay, that was where we went to. That was the place the park is located, and then we took a bus. I will not have to call the bus name, but we took bus there. If you know Aduwawa, you know that there are different bus companies there. So we took bus that was going to Abuja, yes, capital. You have to stop in Abuja first. So when we boarded the bus, we started the journey. That was at about 10:35 to 11 a.m. in the morning. So we did our runs and we entered the bus. So on getting to Abuja, before then, we have been told by our guide man, as in the person who is in charge of us, that you have to be very careful. You don't talk too much. Just concentrate. Don't look too much. Don't look back. Don't look front. Just be doing your own and be going. Don't do as if you are a stranger. Act wisely. When you get to Abuja, act as if you have been there before. Don't claim you are new. It will disturb you if you do that. So we have been informed. So we were prepared. So we entered the bus and we got to Abuja. When we got to Abuja, we were supposed to take another bus from that same place, Abuja, the Abuja Park, to Kano. Yes. But along the line, because we were not Northerners, it was difficult for any bus to pick us. You understand? So that was the only time I entered bus sitting down comfortably before I got to Europe. Let me repeat. The bus that took me from Benin to Abuja was the only bus I entered that I sat comfortably well till I got to Europe. So I'm coming. You will get the story. I'm coming. So I'm getting to Abuja. It was difficult to get a bus who will take us to Kano because we were not Northerners. Due to the fact that Boko Haram was disturbing at that time, so it was difficult for them to carry us. Along the line, because I had served in the north, I remembered I came with my jalabia, this Hausa cloth. I forgot I have mine in my bag, so immediately I changed and I put that on. That also gave me an edge. So they were like asking me. I could hear Hausa, but I couldn't speak much because I had served in Hausa in an Hausa land. Although I didn't learn the language when I was serving, that was my mistake. But I could hear, but I could not speak much. So they were not asking me questions, and I was the one at least replying a little, the ones I know. But as God will have it, we got who took us, and lo and behold, the following day, we got to, I think it was 2 days, yes, from Benin to Abuja, from Abuja to Kano, took us, I think 2 days, yes. So we got, in 2 days time, we got to Kano, and that was where our journey started. Okay, when you get to Kano, if you are complete, you are supposed to leave on a, I think, was it not on a Tuesday night? You were supposed to leave on a Tuesday, because they have the time. These things are arranged, you understand? They have a particular day you must move from a place to a place. You don't move anyhow. So I think we were supposed to move that day by Tuesday, so that we could get to Niger by Thursday, from my calculations, from what because I don't know the particular day. So the man told us that we have to be here, that people are coming to join us. So on getting there in Kano, people didn't come. They did not come on time. So that particular week passed us by. We also waited for them the following week. Did not come. So we stayed 2 weeks with the man in particular. We lived with the man for 2 weeks instead of 1 week, based on what he told us. We were supposed to even leave. We were supposed to leave, I think, in the following week. But because of the people we were waiting for, we left 2 weeks. So we stayed with him 2 weeks. It was a very tight place because it's not only us. We were 8 or so that got there, and 2 came to meet us, if I'm not mistaken. So we were there, and when we were there, we had to help ourselves. We started taking care of ourselves. We had not even gone, but we started spending already, because then you have to hold money in your pocket. So we already started spending the ones we have. So as God will have it, the person we were waiting for came. It was just a girl. She's in Germany now. Yes, it's just a girl we're waiting for. Don't know how it will sound. A boy, a guy. So I think the guy in question is also in Germany as I speak to you. Yes, that was last time we saw when we were separating. Yes. So because we had already discussed where you are going to go to. Some persons, these ones, they don't want to stay in Italy. But we know that Italy was our entry point. You get. So they did not want to stay. So along the line, we were complete, and we took this in Nigeria we have this 18-seater bus and this 12-seater bus. I don't know if you have experienced it. 18-seater. There's one 18-seater and there's one other small one, 12-seater. I don't know if it is 12-seater. There's one other small one. So that was the one we took. And based on our calculations, we were already 8 or so before 2 persons came to join us. And we were still supposed to pick 2 persons or 3 persons along as we are going. So that was when we started lapping. Totally, we became, I think, was it not 18 in a bus of 12? We were 18. So we had to leave in a night, as in on a very cold night, because you don't have to pass the road during the day. You will be stopped. So that particular fateful day, we left that night from Kano in that bus, and we moved to Niger. After some hours of driving, getting close to the morning or so, we got to Niger, because from the calculations, from what they told us, it's like Kano shares close boundary with Niger. It's very close, it's not far. So that was why we have to go through Kano. So when we got to the Niger, the migration stopped us, and we were stars. That was the very first time I knew that, yes, there's a very big problem. I never knew it would be like this. I'm telling you the truth. If I had known it would be like this, I would not have taken that risk I took. But in all, I thank God I took the risk. You get. So when we got there, we were searched, and because of we did not hold our papers, we were not permitted, no visa, nothing. We were kept there for some hours. Along the line, we were allowed to enter. So when we got to Niger, it was like, yes, that was the first point after leaving Nigeria. So like I told you, these things are planned. They are like syndicates. It's not only one person. These things are pre-planned. They are arranged. So immediately we got to Niger, there was a car that was supposed to take us to Agadez that day. But because of our delay in the immigration of Niger, we couldn't get to Niger, our point in Niger on time. So we missed that first bus that would have taken us to Agadez. Do you get the story? I'm just trying to remember the names I can remember. But it was not a straight journey. It was a cutting, it was a breaking stuff. It's not like you enter a bus direct. No, the bus stop you somewhere, some person speak you, and just like that. It was a breaking stuff. It's not like a direct journey. So we're supposed to leave that night to Niger, to Agadez from that bus. But because of we were delayed by the Niger immigration, we missed that first chance. And we were asked to stay there for days, because like the bus comes in twice a week. We had already missed the first one. So we were asked to wait for the second one to come so that we can go. So that was how we stayed, I think about 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. We spent extra 3 days or 2 days there. Then the Niger own came. Niger own that came was also a bus, if I can remember. And it was about, I think, 12-seater bus. But 12-seater times 2, that is a 24. We were 28 in that very bus, because at the back it was supposed to carry 4, if I'm not mistaken, but we sat down 6, I mean 5, I mean 6s, and inside sitting down that 5, 6s, some of us who were big that time, we had to lap somebody. So that's why I say we're up to 28, 30. So it wasn't an easy journey for us. It was hectic at that particular time, and I was so grateful to God that yes, I was strong to pull through. It wasn't easy. So I think we spent about a day, if I'm not mistaken, close to a day. I can't really remember because it's just a breaking, but I'm not trying to break it. Just we stop here, somebody pick us. That was just how we went. So, and finally we got to Agadez. Agadez was the central point where you have to meet to start the movement. If you get to Agadez, that is where you have to start. That is the starting of the journey. Without you getting to Agadez, you have not started. Agadez is just like the central meeting point. And that was how the journey continued.